Karen McDougal's current attorney, Peter Stris, doesn't buy it.
Keith Davidson told us that after the deal was done, he contacted Michael Cohen, saying that he was just calling as a professional courtesy. Does that sound right to you?
To put it nicely, it does not sound right. Because the whole point of this contract is that it was a confidential agreement between Karen and American media, where the value of the story to American media, supposedly, is that it's kept under wraps.
The word collusion is a loaded word right now. Is that the proper word? Is that the word you want to use?
And I'm very comfortable telling you that personally, I'm very troubled by Mr. Davidson, Mr. Cohen, their relationship and the work that they've done together. And I do view the things that they've done as collusive.
A spokesman for Davidson says any characterization of Attorney Davidson's relationship with Mr. Cohen as anything other than adversarial yet professional is false. Stris has now negotiated a settlement between McDougal and AMI.
They don't own her story anymore. She doesn't have to worry that they're going to sell it.
If she does, AMI will get a small cut, but Stris says any such sale is unlikely.
Next year. She has no plans of doing that. That was never the objective here. All we sought in this lawsuit was to void the contract. This wasn't a lawsuit for money. He's a very influential man in the business world and in a political sense.
Did you say powerful?
I think anyone, including he, would admit that this is a powerful man.
In addition to representing Karen McDougal, attorney Peter Stris now represents the woman who had a relationship with Brody.
I represent a woman who has had painful information about her life thrust into the public, involving, and when I say public figures, plural, it's not just Mr. Brody, it's Mr. Cohen as well.
After the reports emerged, Brody acknowledged the payments and the affair, but he didn't admit to being the father. In a statement, he said, quote, "It is unfortunate that this personal matter between two consenting adults is the subject of national discussion just because of Michael Cohen's involvement. I retained Mr. Cohen after he informed me about his prior relationship with Mr. Davidson."
I thought his statement was fascinating because what his statement said was Mr. Cohen contacted him and said there is a matter involving you and the lawyer for the other party has reached out to me and I know him. That's what we know has happened. When you think about that, or when the public thinks about that, they have to think about it in the context of everything else we know. This isn't Jane Doe and John Smith, in which case, you give people the benefit of the doubt, you don't jump to conclusions. This is Michael Cohen and Keith Davidson.